I might do a little swearing in this video, so if that is something that's offensive to you, maybe you shouldn't watch. Hey YouTube, it's Erica. Let's chat. For those of you that don't know, my name is Erica Kroopin and I am the owner of Kroopin's Poopin Scoopin. On this channel, I talk about business, mainly targeted towards professional pooper scoopers. So if that sounds interesting to you, please subscribe. In today's video, we're going to talk about my marketing strategies. What? I know I haven't really talked about this a lot on my channel. I've talked about a lot of stuff, but I really haven't talked much about a marketing strategy. You want to know why? Because I don't have a strategy. I don't have enough of a strategy to put together, put on paper, organize it, and bring it to you guys and tell you what my strategy is. What's the secret sauce? What's the magic? I don't know. And for a while there, I'm like, I don't have a strategy. What is my strategy? And then I've spent so much time trying to figure out what my strategy is. I don't have one. But I am going to tell you what I do in my personal life and in my business life that has helped my business grow. It's helped me attract customers. It's helped me build rapport with people that turn into customers and customers that turn into raving fans. So if you're interested in hearing about that, stay tuned. So when I say I don't have a marketing strategy, I don't have a marketing plan, that doesn't mean that I don't do stuff, because I do stuff. It's just not a strategy. It's not a plan. It's nothing that's formal or well thought out or well written out. A lot of the stuff that I do comes very naturally to me, and it's taken years to kind of become natural and this be an everyday thing for me. So I don't have a marketing strategy. What do I have? Well, I have my brand. I have my personal brand, and I have my business brand. It's how I carry myself, how I present myself, how I make people feel when I interact with them on a personal level and a professional level, how I present, my business colors, my branding material that's out there, my lettering on the vehicles that we have out there. And this is my opinion. I feel like you can't just have a good business brand and have a crappy personal brand. Like if you are a crappy person in general and you're trying to build this awesome brand for your business, it's going to be hard because you're trying to live two different lives. And a lot of times if you're a crappy person in your real life, you're probably going to have a crappy business as well, unless you have other people in your business that's going to help balance that out. So before I can have a good business, I have to be a good person. And what does that look like for me, being a good person? Because your idea of a good person might be very different than my idea of a good person. So these are my thoughts, and this is what I think. So we are small business owners, right? When we are dealing with customers, we don't want customers haggling us on our price or giving us a tough time, right? If you agree, shake your head, yes. Type in the comments, yes, you agree, or if you disagree, whatever, that's your opinion. I don't want customers doing that to me. I want them to pay me on time. So in my life, when I'm looking for a contractor to do work on my house, do my lawn, work on my plumbing, everyday stuff, any service provider that's going to come and do work at my house, I'm not going to haggle them on price. They gave me their price. They gave me their rules. They gave me their stipulations. So if in the morning time, I send out an email to a customer that's trying to talk me down on my price, and I'm like, oh, I can't believe them. They don't want to pay my price. Bye. I don't want to deal with them. And then I have a contractor come over to my house and tell me it's going to be $1,000 to do this work. And I'm like, okay, well, what about $850? Can you do $850? I am a whole ass hypocrite, like a whole hypocrite there. Because how dare I, in my professional setting, want respect of my business from other customers, but then I, as a consumer, am doing the same thing? That just doesn't make sense to me. I'm either A, going to pay that price, or I'm going to find another company. I'm not going to haggle back and forth with them to get a cheaper rate because I know what it's like to be on their side. And why? Why do I do that? Well, because I build rapport with my contractors, right? I pick a contractor that I want to do business with. And when I do business with that person, I'm also a business person, right? So I am networking. I am marketing with them. I am trying to put a good impression upon them because they're going to know who I am. They're going to know my business because I'm going to pepper that out some way because I'm going to build that rapport by like, oh yeah, I'm a small business owner as well. Blah, 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 whatever the conversation is. So now they know the services that I offer. And if they work in the areas that I service, if I put a good taste in their mouth, that sounds dirty. That actually sounds really, really dirty. And I want these people to have a good experience with me because they are going to be ones that will advocate for me possibly down the road. They're going to other people's houses. They're around people that have dogs. If they run into a situation where a consumer has a dog and they have dog poop in their backyard or something like that, they'd be like, oh, you know what, that pooper scooper I did that I work for, you know, she was really good. Let me give you their information because they had a good experience with me. But what if I haggled them down on price? You know, I gave them a hard time and they could not wait to get the heck out of my house. When that situation arises where they potentially could recommend me to one of their customers, they're gonna be like, that lady was a nightmare. I don't want to deal with her. Now, say for instance, if the contractor I'm working with did a bad job, they're a nightmare to work with, it was not a good situation. Okay, I wouldn't want to work with that person anyways. So if I am difficult to them, so be it. I don't want to do business. I don't want them trying to recommend me to any of their customers because I'm not interested in continuing that relationship with that person anyways. So it kind of goes out the window. It's circumstance based. And this applies to every single person that you come in contact with throughout your life. If you're at a restaurant, if you're at the post office, if you're getting your hair done, if you're getting your nails done, you're getting your beard trimmed up, you're at Home Depot or Lowe's or the pet store or wherever you're at, you're making impressions on people. And that kind of stuff adds up throughout the days and throughout the years and throughout the decades. So you're not only building up your personal brand, which translates into business because people want to do business with people that they like and trust. Oh, and this is a situation that burned me up recently. So we started scooping for an owner of a local business, right? Scoop this person, scoop this person. They paid, every week because I had heard through the grapevine that this person sometimes doesn't like to pay their bills or pay their debts. But I will say this, the interaction that I had with this person, it seemed to be good. The first couple weeks, couple months, paid on time. Card got declined a few times, but when I went to go charge the card later in the week, card went through. Well, finally, the card got declined one week. Then I continued to service the property the following week. Card got declined. So said person owed us money. Well, said person ended up paying the money. I foolishly took this person back on. Did the first clean, service the property for the rest of the week. I still have not got paid my money. So guess what? I canceled service. I completely canceled service. Now, moving forward, I'm not bringing that person back on because that person didn't respect me and they didn't respect my business. And they're a business owner themselves. And guess what? I will never recommend that company to another company. Now, do they need my recommendation to help their business? No, probably not. But if they do that to one person, then they do that to another person. Then another person. You got 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 people that think you're just a total loser and disrespectful to people. That adds up over time. It adds up over years. It's compounding. So think about that when you go to do somebody dirty. It might be just one person today. Then next week, it's one person. Then the following week, it's one person. And then 10 years from now, you have hundreds of people that you've done dirty that now don't like you. And when your name gets brought up, they're like, ugh. 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 You know what I'm saying?